Festival Universo per San Marino. The music contest linked to the Eurovision Song Contest 2022-2023. The only contest in the world with a unique category of contestants and which allows to access directly to the Eurovision Song Contest. Whereas, 1. Secretariat di Stato per il Turismo, Post, Cooperazione ed Expo della Repubblica di San Marino, hereinafter referred to as Secretariat di Stato, and Radio Televisione della Repubblica di San Marino, hereinafter referred to as San Marino RTV, and Media Evolution SRL with registered business office in Via 3rd Sembra N99, Republic of San Marino, SM 47890, EOC SM 29275, hereinafter referred to as me, have agreed to create a music contest, a festival, developed through several stages, using digital channels with pre-selection purposes and on-site phases to be held in the Republic of San Marino in order to determine a winner to be enrolled on behalf of San Marino RTV in the Eurovision Song Contest. 2. Secretariat di Stato has obtained from San Marino RTV the right to select the artist taking part in the Eurovision Song Contest, by attributing to me his or her identification, provided that San Marino RTV will supervise and ensure the compliance with the rules of the Eurovision Song Contest as well as winners' enrollment. Secretariat di Stato and San Marino RTV have attributed and considered me as a qualified entity for the organization of an international selection of the artist who will represent San Marino RTV at the Eurovision Song Contest from 2022 onwards. Me is responsible for drawing up for each edition of the festival a set of rules, in line with the rules of the Eurovision Song Contest concerning the general conditions of enrollment, the conditions concerning the selection and all the necessary provisions to ensure the smooth running of the festival. The prize for the winner of the festival, or for the runner-up if the winner withdraws, will be the enrollment in the Eurovision Song Contest which will be provided by San Marino RTV. 3. San Marino RTV will be in charge in particular of the following duties. A. Filming the academy and casting stages in order to make a program called Aspettando il Festival Universo per San Marino, waiting for the festival, Universo per San Marino. B. Filming the 5 semi-finals for their broadcasting on delay. C. Shooting and live broadcasting the grand final during the festival. Secretariat di Stato and San Marino RTV together with me wants to create a format with just one category qualifying the festival of the unique contest, which allows to a unique category, to any citizen of any language or nationality from all over the world to participate and have the chance to win and have access to the Eurovision Song Contest in 2023. Furthermore, San Marino RTV owns a TV channel as well as a web and radio broadcaster. 4. In accordance with the set of rules, me is in charge of regulating the procedures of enrollment access selection for all the stages deemed appropriate in order to create the contest festival and whose winner will have the right to be qualified, upon presentation by San Marino RTV, to take part in the Eurovision Song Contest, and this set of rules concerns indeed the 2023 edition. 1. Therefore, Media Evolution SRL, in accordance with the above-mentioned agreements and in full harmony with the aforementioned entities, assumes for the 2022-2023 edition of the festival, the following set of rules. Art. 1. The contestants. Anybody who has reached the age of 16 on November 30, 2022, can apply for the festival by submitting their application, hereinafter referred to as the contestants, to participate either as individual performers or as a group including a performer, for instance duo, band, etc. For minors, consent and subscription of their registration must be submitted by their parents exercising parental authority who commit themselves to actively collaborate to release the permission which is required for the performance of minors in the festival, signing the consent form and any necessary document and/or request. Issuing the authorization by the qualified office is a condition to participate in each stage of the festival. Minors' parents, and even only one of them in case of the presence of only one of the two, and/or the legal guardian if appointed by the competent judicial authority, hereinafter also referred to as parent, will be the sole responsible for any presence, act and/or behavior of their children in case of the activities of the festival, releasing me from any liability. Art. 2. Festival stages. In order to proclaim the winner of the festival, the contestants should undergo the following phases. A. Online registration on www.unavosepasanmarino.com, hereinafter referred to as the site, with the verification of eligibility. B. Academy and casting, namely, educational phase and casting, over a period of 2 days. C. Semifinals. 5 semifinals, 4 for selection and 1 for shag round. D. Grand final, during which the winner of the festival is announced. The winner and their song performed during the grand final will be enrolled in the Eurovision Song Contest 2023 by San Marino RTV, after verifying their eligibility. All documents concerning the contest festival will be kept in the archive for 3 months starting from the end of the grand final. A. Verification of eligibility. The verification of eligibility is free of charge, and its only aim is to verify the eligibility of each contestant through an evaluation carried out by an expert, unquestionably selected by me, and who will express their positive or negative opinion. It is agreed that even in case of a negative opinion, the contestant could still enroll in the festival. The verification of eligibility will start from today and will end on January 15, 2023. It will be held online by sending a specific form to me, which can be found in the dedicated area of the website posted as Verificado Donita. Form online. 2. Verification of eligibility. Online form. Contestants can thus send the requested material, as specified in this area of the website, video links and/or MP3 files. B. Academy and casting. This first phase will be held in San Marino at Teatro Titano and will consist of two days, including the Academy and casting stage. The Academy is an educational meeting on specific subjects concerning the entertainment in order to study and learn about music. The casting includes the selection of the semi-finalists by holding a private audition, on a live basis, the so-called half playback, and the evaluation by the jury, accredited and decided by me. The jury will select about 60 or more contestants that could move to the next stage, provided that me reserves the right to decide on the exact number. The casting phase will be recorded by me. The jury's decision is final. However, the contestant, even during the casting, must report officially to me any fact, element, issue, event, relation, which can represent in whole or in part a cause or a change, even indirectly, by the jury or one of its members, or anyone from me the vote of the jury, which must be free and based on meritocratic and artistic evaluations, basing on the personal belief of the members of the jury. The participation of the contestant and/or member of the jury and/or member of the organization in other contests/festivals must be communicated by the contestant as well as by the member of the jury in order to replace the member of the jury, considering the participation of the contestants in more than one contest/festival. The above should be applied for each stage of the contest. Universipa San Marino. The Academy and casting will be held in several sessions and should start from October 28, 2022 according to the final calendar posted on the festival website. Other sessions might be scheduled according to the number of registrations. The last session will be held on January 27, 2023. As mentioned above, the schedule will be unquestionably decided by me, and it will be communicated to the contestants by posting it in the specific area Academy and casting on the festival website. Me reserves the right to set the dates and also to hold further academies and castings. C-1 Semifinals. This stage is only for contestants selected by the jury at the end of the casting. The semi-finals will be held in San Marino in February 2023. The specific days will be decided within January 2023. During this phase, by drawing lots, contestants will compete by playing live, for instance half playback, or, at their own discretion, live, in front of an audience and a qualified jury with experts in the field unquestionably chosen by me. Jury's decision is final, and it will be made and explained publicly at the end of the contestant's performance, and it will be based on evaluation criteria that will take into account the artistic value, their originality, and the performing and interpreting skills of each individual contestant. The jury will admit to the next phase about 20 contestants. Me reserves the right to decide the exact number. The semi-finalists as identified above will participate in the grand final, during which they will compete according to modes and ways unquestionably decided by me. The semi-finals will be N4, 4 for selection and N1, 1 for Ripshag round, and this will include one semi-final for San Marino citizens as mentioned below. 3. During the semi-finals for selection, the jury will select those who will access directly to the grand final and who will have the right to participate in the semi-finals of Ripshag round, from which other contestants could be selected to access the grand final. The semi-final of Ripshag round is an extra opportunity for contestants who can demonstrate their preparation and artistic skills. However, it is understood, and all the parties acknowledge, that minors cannot perform after 24.00, neither during the semi-finals, nor the grand final. Therefore, if the contestants pass the first stages of the selection, they will not be able to participate in the later phases if they perform after 24.00. In that case, audio-video recordings of the contestants' performance will be used. C-2 Semi-final for contestants who are San Marino citizens. During the semi-final of Ripshag round, a semi-final for contestants who are citizens of San Marino will be held. They must submit the request form to take part in, by registering at Academy and Casting in order to participate in the casting audition for their verification. The first 12 contestants will pass to the specific and aforementioned semi-final, from which 4 contestants will access to the grand final. The date of the semi-final for San Marino citizens is already foreseen among those which are already scheduled, and more specifically in the semi-final of Ripshag round, but with a session/evaluation and access which is separated and autonomous from to the Ripshag round. The convocation will be specifically highlighted on the website. If the contestant is a band, the following rules must be applied. A. The singer should be a citizen of San Marino. B. At least the majority of the group should be citizens of San Marino. C-3 Direct access to the semi-finals. At my discretion, in case one or more contestants are of particular relevance, notoriety, and with previous important phonograph records, they can access directly to the semi-finals skipping the Academy and casting stage, but they must submit their application following terms and notes as indicated in Part 3.2. D. Festival Grand Final. The Grand Final will be held on February 25, 2023 at Teatro Nuovo Docana or in any other place and day selected by me according to ways and modes about the festival contest unquestionably decided by me, in place and date established unquestionably by me and posted on the festival website. During the Grand Final, the contestants coming from the semi-finals could choose the unreleased track to perform, and they will compete with each other. The winner will be announced by the jury of experts, which will be composed by five members, of which two will be unquestionably chosen by San Marino RTV, one of whom will act as the president, one unquestionably chosen by Secretary of State, and the remaining two unquestionably chosen by me. The winner of the festival, with the song performed during the Grand Final, will be enrolled in the Eurovision Song Contest 2023 by San Marino RTV after verifying their eligibility. The winner of the festival pledges also for the fact of the third party, as of now, to sign and have it signed all the documents required for participation in the Eurovision Song Contest 2023, by way of full acceptance and knowledge, with obligation of full and complete execution, such as the 2023 license agreement between the owner of the rights on the audio-video recording of the song performed at the Grand Final and the phonography company selected by the Eurovision Song Contest. This will be posted on the festival website for the full knowledge of the contestants who confirm to have. 4. Read the 2022 license, which should be valid for 2023. By signing it, contestants will participate in the Grand Final of the festival. The winner of the festival pledges also for the fact of the third party, as of now, to comply with the rules, commitments and conditions as mentioned in the Eurovision Song Contest 2023 rules. Art. 3. Festival enrollment. Those who meet the requirements as of Art. 1. Regardless of the fact they have undergone the verification of eligibility and or its result, since it is not binding, could enroll in the festival from today and not later than January 20, 2023. All registration forms are posted on the festival website in the dedicated area. Come escrivasai how to enroll. Applications which are incomplete or unsigned in every single part, or in case the receipts of payment are missing as specified below, will not be accepted. As per minors applicants, the subscription of their parents exercising parental authority will be required as well as their registration. 3.1. Academy and Casting. Those who want to enroll in the Academy and Casting stage must submit the application form, upon payment of the registration fee as follows. Euro 100, 00, Euro 100/00, both individuals and groups, if registration is made no later than September 29, 2022. Euro 150, 00, Euro 150/00, both for individuals and groups, if registration is made from October 1, 2022 until the deadline as mentioned in the Art 3, January 20, 2023. For citizens and groups from San Marino, registration is Euro 50, 00, Euro 50/00, if it is made within December 31, 2022. The payment of the registration fee is the essential condition of the registration, and it can be made by bank transfer on the bank account of Media Evolution SRL with registered business office and via the 3rd Stember N99, Republic of San Marino, SM 47890, EOC SM 29275, in the person of the sole director Mr. Demi Menzi, with that following bank details. ABAN SM 97V032870980001031434343. 3.2. Semi-finals. Those who have been informed of their positive outcome at the Academy and Casting phase will be able to enroll for the next phase of the semi-finals, no later than 3 days from the above evaluation, paying the fee of Euro 150.00, Euro 150/00, which is mandatory. In case the registration is not made within the above-mentioned period of 3 days, the contestant forfeits the possibility to register for the semi-finals. The citizens/groups from San Marino participating as contestants should not pay. However, registration is mandatory. The application form for the semi-finals phase is posted on the festival website, and the payment of the fee, which is a condition of validity, must be made on the bank account of me. 5. 3.3. Grand Final. No registration fee is required for the Grand Final. Art. 4. Music tracks. When participating in each festival stage, the contestant will hand over two songs, and for each one the backing tracks, instrumental only, and two full tracks, music and voice, of these songs for a maximum duration of 3 minutes. The backing tracks, half playback, must be handed over as MP3 file formats on a specific USB key or CD with the name and surname of the contestant, as well as the title of the songs and the lineup. By signing these rules, the contestant gives their consent that the backing tracks delivered to me will not be returned, and they can be deleted and/or destroyed after the conclusion of the festival. It is understood that, since the aim of the festival is to select the winner who will represent San Marino RTV at the Eurovision Song Contest, the aforementioned songs must be in line with this purpose. 4.1. Academy and Casting. The songs must be two, and the language can be chosen by the contestant, on half playback chosen by the contestant, 2. The duration of each song on half playback cannot be more than 3 minutes. If longer, it can be faded during the audition. 4.2. Semi-finals. Even during this stage, the songs must be two, on half playback, and their duration should not exceed 3 minutes. The language is chosen by the contestant, and it is compulsory to perform at least one unreleased song. Art. 5. 4.3. Grand Final. The song should be one and only, and it should be an unreleased track. The live performance should be equal to maximum 3 minutes, which is the duration of the Eurovision Song Contest tracks, and if longer than 3 minutes, the contestant will be excluded. Art. 5. Definition of cover song and unreleased song. Concerning the songs to be performed at the festival, they shall be a. Cover songs, a song previously interpreted and released by another well-known artist who is the original performer. The term released as used here means that the piece is presented and used in any format or way, including its availability to the audience, even free of charge, for instance internet, and its use during other contests. B. Unreleased songs. A song that has never been interpreted, performed neither used by the same contestant/artist, in any form/way, and that has not been already released, duplicated, put on market, neither broadcasted via radio/TV nor used in other contests. Plus, it should not be found as our record in stores, neither on the web, YouTube/website, nor in digital form, streaming. 6. Art. 6. Rules of conduct. The contestants of the event are aware of the importance of the festival as a contest involving Segretariat di Stato and San Marino RTV, as well as the modes to access to the Eurovision Song Contest, and, therefore, they guarantee their personal obligation and they commit themselves for the whole duration of the festival to always maintain our correct and disciplined behavior, avoiding to damage with their own performance, in any way, third-party rights. In particular, the contestant should inform, before or during each performance, but before the end, any incompatibility and/or conflict of interest with one of the members of the jury. This way may be informing RTV and/or Segretariat di Stato could evaluate to change the member of the jury in order to convey a transparent, clear and meritocratic evaluation according to the artistic evaluation, which should be free and independent from the jury. The omission of this communication is a serious breach of the code of conduct, resulting in contestants' elimination. Contestants arriving late to a call will be eliminated during the performances, taking into account what is mentioned in Art. To letter B, the contestants could not assume attitudes, neither wear clothes/have hairstyles which are in contrast with morality, so violating the law of the Republic of San Marino, and in particular against the Republic's coat of arms, or third parties' rights. They should not neither pronounce sentences, make gestures, use objects, wear clothes with advertising/promotional references, even indirectly, nor with detrimental references to the image of the Republic of San Marino. On the occasion of the TV final night, ME may, basing on its unquestionable judgment, change clothes, accessories, hairstyles, gestures and anything that is against the values as mentioned in the Code of Ethics of San Marino RTV, https www.sanmarino.sm/chi-simo/codicy-tico-c195/codicy-tico, 1-82741, to which ME refers. ME also reserves the right to exclude contestants at any time during the various stages of the festival if they do not comply with the rules of this set of rules, or if they assume a conduct which is against the principles of good faith, and if they don't respect public decency and morality. Contestants must pay particular attention, be acknowledged of and fully accept the Code of Ethics and the organizational model of the television broadcaster that will record live the event. In particular, it is strictly excluded that anyone can access to a later stage or can even access to the grand final as a consequence of agreements with anyone, since, in order to get to the grand final, contestants must succeed the stages as mentioned in this set of rules, due to contestants' meritocracy. For the proper and smooth running of the festival, the contestants, and in case of minors their parents and/or guardians, now for them, are committed and must report to me the presence of persons who, pretending to be employees and/or collaborators of the festival, ask for money in exchange of any kind of service, or that propose illegitimate agreements to pass the evaluations and/or selection phases and/or to get directly to the grand final. Contestants are therefore invited to be wary of those who are not included in the list of official partners, reporting any abuse to me. Omitting this information, as well as any agreement with the above boasters by the contestants and/or parents exercising authority and/or anyone on behalf of the contestants, will determine the full faculty for me to exclude and eliminate the contestant from the festival. Plus, considering the violation of the fiduciary relationship, ME reserves the right to take legal action to obtain our compensation for the moral and material damage suffered. 7. Art 7, Contestants' Rights and Duties. 7.1. Fees and/or refunds. The contestants of the event commit themselves unconditionally, without claiming any compensation. Contestants are in charge of travel and daily expenses and/or other expenses as well as backing tracks. Master. If the festival is not held due to force majeure, for instance COVID-19, the contestants will be entitled, if requested, to receive the refund of the amounts corresponding only to the registration fees already paid. Refunds are not foreseen for any other reason. Any further claim and/or reason towards me in the festival and those mentioned in the introduction will be excluded. 7.2. Withdrawal or non-participation. By signing their registration form, contestants accept and expressly endorse the non-rescindable contractual obligation to refund me for damage to image in case of unmotivated non-participation in the grand final of the event, if the contestant was selected among the finalists, even including the participation in the Eurovision Song Contest. In this case, the damage suffered by San Marino RTV in charge of the enrollment in the Eurovision Song Contest 2023 will be taken into account. Contestants who have withdrawn during the previous phases will not be entitled to any refund. 7.3 Disqualifications/expulsions. If disqualification occurs, at discretion of me in accordance with this set of rules, the contestant who is immediately after could take over the rights and powers of the disqualified contestant, and so on. The aforementioned procedure should be in line with the production time of the contest, and it is unquestionably decided by me. Facts mentioned in Arts 2b and 6 are considered serious breach of this set of rules. As a consequence, me has the right to decide the disqualification of the contestant, and its judgment is unquestionable. 7.4. Commitments. By signing this set of rules and the participation in the contest, the contestants undertake, now for then, free of charge and without cost of any kind and type, to give me the right to shoot and or take photo and or record, even with authorized third parties, by means of television, cinema, photos and phonographic media on film, tape or any other current or future media, their own image, their own voice, their own name and their artistic performances delivered throughout the festival, with full right for me to reproduce, broadcast, transmit, make available, duplicate, create, pair, synchronize, print, publish and project the shots and or the photos and or the recordings, as a whole or in part, during the festival or separately, by any means currently known, by way of example and not limited to TV, satellite, cable TV, radio, web TV, social networks, internet, downloading, streaming, analog and or digital systems, DVB-T, DVB-H, DVB-X, online and offline, fixed line and mobile telephony, GPOS, HSDPA, etc., or any means that will be invented in the future, in any form and manner, without any limitation of time and or space, through websites, web radio, web TV, social networks, etc., even by transferring it totally and or partially to third parties. It is understood that the above-mentioned license is essential for their participation in the festival. 8. And this has also been taken into account in setting the registration fees, including the free-of-charge stage, in order to pay flat rates to the contestants as well. 7.5. Conditions to access to the semi-finals. In order to complete and integrate what is mentioned in Art. 7.4. Commitments. Bidding on contestants, it is specified that the contestants selected for the semi-finals undertake, as of now, to transfer to me the master of music tracks that will be used by contestants, and it must be exclusively owned by them, free from any and all rights, except for Siri, in its execution for the songs protected by them, for the so-called related rights both of the phonography producer and of the performers, with specific release of liability of the contestants, keeping these costs at their exclusive charge. The contestants have such rights, and by participating in the festival, they renounce to any and all indemnity/reimbursement/fee, even as fair compensation, having taken this into consideration in the determination of the fee to register to the festival, including the transfer to me, and consider the free verification of eligibility even for this sine alagma. In particular, the contestants, with the aforementioned transfer, for free and without charges and or costs of any kind and type, with the right to transfer to third parties the master of the music bases of the songs presented at the festival, as per aforementioned Art. 5. Undertake to transfer the so-called connected rights both of the phonography producer and of the performers, with specific release of liability of the contestants, who will keep these costs at their exclusive charge, and the contestants, now for then, assuming full responsibility, declare that they will deliver the bases/track suitable for duplication directly to the production, declaring and guaranteeing to be the sole, exclusive and unique owner of all the phonographic rights on these, that they have acquired the rights from any and all partners and rightful claimants, and to be able, freely and without prejudice or limitation, to transfer the rights of use, including the diffusion in any form and manner, the provision to the public, the recording and all secondary rights in general, to me, which receives, and this is an integral part of their participation in the competition, given the setting of the fee, which has also taken into account this essential and mandatory assignment, non-exclusive for the period from the delivery of the to December 31, 2023. 2. Deliver to me, before the date of the semi-final, the master with the basses, music and voice, of the tracks presented at the festival as per art. 5. As above, cover song and unreleased song, on a CD and/or MP3 file format of proper phonography quality. 3. Participate in live activities with promo purposes and/or concerts organized in the Republic of San Marino with the only refund of the expenses and within December 31, 2023. The above duties and assignments have been taken into account for all that is borne by me in organizing the festival, and they are an essential condition for the access to the festival. Art. 8. The organization's rights. 8.1. Promote advertising actions of the organizer and those mentioned in the introduction. 9. Me has the right to match the festival and/or its television and/or radio broadcasting with one or more promotional and advertising initiatives, including but not limited to sponsorship operations, TV promotions, sponsorships, merchandising, without any of the contestants having anything to claim. By signing this set of rules, contestants undertake, now by then, to grant me, free of charge, the right to use their own image for the promotional advertising initiatives as mentioned above, for the duration of 4 years occurring from the subscription of this set of rules, and this was taken into account in determining the registration fees as referred to in the aforementioned art. 4. 8.2. TV, audio, photo shoots. Me has the right to record and/or film and/or have recorded, and/or have one or more phases of the festival filmed and broadcast by third parties, on a TV, audio-visual, photographic and phonography level. Each contestant authorizes by signing the release attached to the application form, that photos, recordings and filming ensure the exploitation of their image rights concerning their public performance and their presence in the festival, even for the purposes of any operations of promotional advertising referred to in the previous point, without any limitation of time and/or space and without having anything to expect both from me and from third parties. Me has the right to use the above photos for the possible creation of a photobook of the festival, as well as to publish and share photos, recordings and filming through websites, web radio, web TV and social networks. Me will be also entitled to license rights to third parties, especially to Secretariat I Stato. Art. 9. Amendments to the set of rules. During the period of validity of this set of rules, me, at their sole discretion, may make additions and changes for needs unquestionably assessed by me for organizational and functional purposes. Me may also introduce changes and additions to protect and safeguard the artistic level of the event, for unforeseen events or occurrences, including any issue related to COVID-19, without prejudice to the spirit of the premises and the smooth running of the event. Such additions and amendments shall be considered to be fully valid and effective when they are posted on the festival website, and therefore all contestants are required to visit this website. Art. 10. Communications. Any communication provided by this set of rules will be validly posted on the festival website or communicated by email to the email addresses shared by contestants in the application form. Contestants are therefore required to visit the festival website, and me declines as of now any kind of responsibility for any misunderstanding, delay or missed contact details. Art. 11. Arbitration. Any dispute concerning the interpretation and execution of this set of rules will be settled with a specific appeal to the arbitration committee. The interested party must first send me a statement of objection, by registered letter with return receipt, within the peremptory term of 10 days as of when the event that the party intends to challenge occurred. If me states that the allegations made by the party are unfounded, they must submit a specific appeal to the arbitration committee, to the headquarters specified below within the peremptory term of 5 days from receipt of the return letter of rejection by the me. 1. The seat of the arbitration committee is located in San Marino. The arbitration committee, which will decide, as a friendly mediator, without procedural formalities and in the shortest possible time, will be composed of 3 members, 1 appointed by me, 1 by the applicant and 1 as president selected by Secretariat di Stato. The judgment of the arbitration committee shall be final and unappealable. By accepting this set of rules, the contestant defers to the decision taken. San Marino, date August 20, 2022. 1.